Falabella is over 130-year-old company. We started as, interestingly, as a tailor shop, which grew organically and inorganically through various business units. And one big segment is the retail segment, where we have our own department stores, our home improvement stores, and also our supermarket. And then out of that retail base, building the financial services for our consumers, we started with credit cards and then full-fledged bank. We have insurance business as part of our financial services, and more lately as a payment wallet. I don't know if you guys participated in F-Pay, which is our wallet, Falabella Pay, by Adolfo, who's the CEO of that. And then finally, the real estate was the anchor of these stores. So we have a real estate business where we build shopping malls. So if you could see, we had this complementary businesses of multiple category retailers with financial services and bank, and then real estate. So we had a pretty good physical ecosystem, and on top of which we started building a digital ecosystem with e-commerce for each of these segments. And in 2018, we realized that we need to pivot into a marketplace and to give a more holistic value proposition and make our ecosystem more open. And we actually acquired a company named Linio, which is a rocket internet company. It's a pure marketplace company. So we acquired that, and it has helped us, build that digital ecosystem and a digital marketplace, and learn from that whole experience of acquisition. So today we are in a process of consolidating all of the digital commerce under a brand of Falabella.com, and bringing both 1P where we had a leadership, but also bringing a lot of sellers and 3P growth into our Falabella.com. And we are in 7 countries in Latin America. So we have just launched it in Chile, and we are going into Peru and Colombia and Mexico, Uruguay, and Brazil. As a retailer, you are pretty focused on consumers. I mean, retail is a business of customers and being customer-centric. So we pretty much knew how to do that. Marketplace adds many more customers to your ecosystem, and specifically sellers. And managing sellers is different from managing vendors that you are typically used to doing it in a retail business. So, and sellers are typically vary in various sizes, because you could have brands, and then Holly talked about a lot of things that brands expect from marketplaces. And then you have very, very small sellers, and then you have a big sellers with multi-location requiring a lot more deeper integration methods, because they're selling in many, many places. So there is obviously, the whole platform thinking as a cultural aspect that you need to learn of how to bring that whole broader customer focus into the organization. So how do you serve not only your customers who are the buyers, but also your sellers, so that they can sell more and they can happy with interaction and stuff. So that's one of the big things. Culture is a big part. In the sense, retailer thinking and a platform thinking and a marketplace thinking is different. Bringing that cultural aspect of being neutral in a marketplace company, and how do you bring search results, and how do you do pricing, and how do you bring fair analytics to everyone, is a kind of a change that has to happen, more fundamentally in the organization. The biggest changes that CIOs and this role has to play is thinking about where does technology sit in the organization, and my view and our executive leadership view of Falabella is the core of the business. Right? right? So if you have to think about platforms, if you have to think about marketplaces and digital businesses, technology is at the core of business, which means you need to have a seat at the executive table and you need to have an influence, but you have to also make sure you're not building technology for the sake of building technology. You are building technology to make sure there is a right customer value and a business value that you are creating. So remembering that, because it's very easy to get carried forward on why you are doing what you are doing. So framing technology as an opportunity to business is very important. Which means many times CIOs have to lead the way in terms of how do you operate, how do you create a partnership between business and technology teams so that there is a good collaboration there and it's moving from a service and a cost mindset to a partnership model. There is also a pretty tough challenge. All of the companies who have been very successful over large period of time is how do you manage with legacy systems? And one of the balance that we have to always do is how do you make sure you have creating a business value while you are transforming your systems and stuff like that. So a lot of decision making and a lot of discussions that I end up spending on is, okay, so we need to do this in Peru and we need to launch, let's say, our wallet, but we have this underlying platform that is going to go live. So maybe launching a part of our services to get certain business value early enough while you are doing other capabilities is a big part of thinking. So I would encourage all the leaders to figuring out that balanced strategy of a business value and a right long-term technology strategy.